So from standing with your hands in prayer position, you're going to inhale and sweep the arms out and up, stretch and look up. And exhale, swan dive down and come into a soft standing forward bend. Inhaling, halfway lift, spine straight, legs straight, hands on top of the blocks. And exhale, taking the right leg back, dropping the knee to the floor. And then bring the blocks either side of that front foot. Roll the shoulders back, keep the back toes on the floor. And you can stabilise here in a nice crescent moon. You can come down to the medium level of the block. And just spend a few moments, don't go all the way to the floor. Stay up nice and high with the chest. And just work out, if you're really, really tight in the hips, you can practice just weighting the pubic bone, sending it towards the front heel. But if you're really loose in the hip, you want to work on dragging the front foot and the back knee in towards each other. Now you can experiment with bending the back knee, taking hold of the back foot, moving the heel towards the hips and then the whole unit down a little bit. And then grounding the back foot back onto the floor. Moving the hips back so that your hips are kind of over the top of that back knee. Stretching the front leg. Doesn't have to be straight. Lengthening it as much as you can, pulling the toes up towards the nose. The blocks can be either side of the front knee. You can have the high setting. You can lengthen the spine and you can forward fold over that leg, coming down to maybe the medium height of the blocks. Nice hamstring stretch. And then placing the blocks in front of you, coming into plank pose, pulling the lower abdomen in. And then dropping down the knees, the chest and chin, coming down onto the tummy and into Sphinx pose. So you slide your forearms forward so that your elbows are under your knees. Stretch the tops of the feet back. You can take the legs as wide as you need to. Stretch open the collarbones, drop the shoulder blades down. Lift the back of the throat. Just keep pressing on the floor with the forearms. And then taking the elbows wide and the forehead to rest on the floor. Bringing those blocks back, either side of the head. Tuck the toes under, come onto hands and knees. And then into downward facing dog. Plugging in the humeral heads, the heads of the arm bones into the shoulder sockets. And then stepping that right foot forward. So we start with a crescent lunge. The back toes are on the floor. And we're staying up nice and high, rolling the shoulders back. And again, you can either try to sink the pubic bone towards the front heel if you're quite stiff in the hips, or to stop you from sort of hanging into the joint there. If you're very, very flexible, you want to kind of give some muscular stability there by drawing the back knee towards the front foot energetically. Try bending the back leg, taking hold of the back foot. Bring the heel towards the hip and then try to sink the whole unit down. If you're cramping in the back thigh there, you can flex the back foot, pull the toes back towards the knee. And then bring the foot back. And then you're going to shift the hips back as you lengthen that front leg, pulling the toes and the sole of the foot back. Staying up high on the blocks there. Coming into a forward fold, nice flat back. And then if that softens for you, or it's comfortable for you, you can always go down to the medium setting and fold over a little bit deeper. Just see what sensations arise there for you. Sometimes it's very intense, sometimes it's like nothing. Completely depends on your body. Coming back to the lunge, placing the blocks just off the mat there. And we'll step back to downward dog. Again, stretch that out. You can keep the heels up and the knees bent. And staying in dog.